Good morning students, myself UK Singh, science teacher at ISN Monedi Dhanbad. Okay, in the previous class we have already discussed about the difference between plant and animal cells. Okay, in this class we will discuss about difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Now, one of the important trait to remember this one, that this prokaryotic starts with the letter P. Okay, so if the P, always remember P means primitive. Primitive means old. That means the old shell will be less specialized. As during the course of evolution, these prokaryotic cells have transformed into eukaryotic cells during evolution. Okay, so most evolved cells will be more specialized by generalized rule. Okay, so primitive P for prokaryotic, it starts with P. P also stands for primitive. Okay, P for primitive, P for prokaryotic. Now let us understand the difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. So eukaryotic cells have nucleus is not organized. Nucleus is unorganized. For example, let's say a typical nucleus will have this kinds of structure. Let us say a typical nucleus will have this nuclear membrane, and the inner part will consist of nucleolus, and this part will be nucleoplasm, in which DNA material will reside. But in prokaryotic cells, the nucleus is unorganized. That means cell nuclear membrane is absent, and the genetic material is scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay, whereas eukaryotic cells we have already discussed, nucleus is organized. Nucleus is organized. Okay, the first difference is like this. Now moving to the second difference, the prokaryotic cells are small in size as compared to eukaryotic cells. Like size, the size ranges from 0.5 micrometer to 5 micrometer. That means they are small. But in eukaryotic, the size is bigger. Their size is about 5 micrometer to 10, or you can say 100 micrometer. So they are big. Also, cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cells. Cell organelles like Golgi bodies, mitochondria, these are absent. So the next difference will be cell organelles are absent. And in eukaryotic cells, cell organelles are present. Okay. One more difference is that their ribosomes are smaller. ribosomes. We have not discussed ribosome yet, but ribosome Let us roughly understand the concept of ribosome. Ribosomes are the structures which are the sites of protein synthesis. Okay, so ribosomes will have different size. So ribosomes are small. Ribosomes small, and in this ribosomes are bigger. So let us understand this. The ribosomes in prokaryotic cells are of 70S types. 70S, and in this they are 80S. That means they are big. Now let us understand the difference between 70S and 80S. 70S actually consists of two subunits, 30S plus 50S, and 50S S stands for Spitzberg unit. The Spitzberg unit, that is it signifies the sedimentation coefficient, how dense it is. That in more S it will be more dense. Okay, it is Spitzberg unit. So now 30S and 70S unit, like on the top 30S, on the bottom 70S. So let me remake it. Okay, 30S and 50S. Okay, but according to mathematics it will make 30S and 50S. According to mathematics it will make 80S, but actually the cumulative density is taken as 80S. So their average density or sedimentation coefficient is 80S. Whereas in eukaryotic it consists of 80S, which consists of two kinds of subunits, 60S and 40S. The 40S subunits lies above, and the 60S subunits lies at the bottom. And this together will not make 60S and 40S will not make 100 as in mathematics. Will make an average of, it will be 70S. I beg your pardon, it will be 80S. So in this case, in prokaryotic cell, this has smaller ribosomes which have two units, 30S and 50S will make 70S. In the case of eukaryotic cell, larger ribosome having two subunits, 40S and 60S will make 80S. It is Spitzberg unit. It is a unit which signifies the density of the molecule. Okay, relative density of the molecule. Now, examples of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The typical example of prokaryotic cells will be bacteria, PPLO, mycoplasma. So the bacteria and mycoplasma are the common examples. From eukaryotic, protozoa to higher organism, plant cell and animal cell. Okay, from protozoa, fungi and higher animal cell we already studied in diversity of plant. Okay, so this differentiation is complete. Okay, thank you students. We will meet in the next class. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.